What if the key to the Toronto Maple Leafs' future is hanging in the balance? As a transformative season unfolds, one player is not only proving his worth, but also making a strong case for his next contract. Will the Maple Leafs take the leap and secure his talents, or will they risk losing him to the open market? We'll break down the latest insights and what's at stake for the franchise as they navigate this critical juncture. Be sure to subscribe and like this video to catch all the latest Maple Leafs updates. Mitch Marner is having an incredible season, no doubt about it. With 15 goals and 67 points in just 48 games, he's emerged as the undeniable MVP of the Toronto Maple Leafs. As we watch the Leafs sit atop the Atlantic Division, it's hard not to feel a mix of excitement and anxiety, especially considering this is Marner's final year under his current contract. The stakes couldn't be higher for both him and the franchise, and the decisions being made right now could shape the future of the team. Greg Wyshynski and Jeff Marek had an intriguing discussion recently about Marner's performance and contract situation. They brought up a fantastic point about the pressure he must be feeling. Typically, a player in their contract year is looking to maximize their value, showcasing their skills to secure that big payday. But is it possible that Marner's mindset is different? Wyshynski suggested that Marner isn't just playing for a financial boost. He's fighting to solidify his place in the franchise. That hits home for me. It's clear that Marner wants to be a Maple Leaf long-term, and he's proving that on the ice every night. However, we can't ignore the external perception that Marner might be seeking to test the open market. After all, he's been in the spotlight for the past decade, often criticized for the team's playoff shortcomings. But look at what he's doing this season. Not only is he racking up points, but he's also delivering defensively. This is the kind of effort that makes you sit back and realize just how integral he is to the team's success. Are the Leafs prepared to make a decision that could either elevate them or send them into a tailspin? The fact that Marner has kept quiet about his contract situation is telling. He's leaving it to his agent, focusing on the game instead of the negotiations. I respect that. It shows maturity and a commitment to the team's goals. But it also creates a sense of uncertainty. If the Leafs can't lock him down soon, could we be looking at a situation where Marner becomes the highest-paid winger in the NHL? Imagine the potential bidding war if he hits the market. Let's not kid ourselves. Losing a player of Marner's caliber would be devastating for the franchise and its fans. He's the kind of player you build around, and if he walks, it's hard to see where the team would find that level of talent again. The Leafs have been scrutinized for their playoff failures, and Marner often bears the brunt of that criticism. But right now, he's showing us what he's capable of. He's taking his game to another level, driving the play, and being that playmaker we all know he can be. But here's the real question. Is it wise for the Leafs to gamble on Marner's future? Do they risk letting him test the market, or do they extend him now, solidifying his place in the organization? Personally, I'm torn. On one hand, you want to reward a player who's performing at an elite level, but on the other hand, there's the fear of overcommitting. The salary cap is a relentless beast, and with the young talent coming up, this decision could ripple for years to come. And let's talk about the fans for a second. This is the kind of situation that gets your heart racing, right? As a lifelong Leafs fan, I can't help but feel a mix of hope and trepidation. We've seen the franchise make bold moves in the past, and while some have paid off, others have left us scratching our heads. Now, we wait and see how they handle Marner's situation. Will they invest in their star, or will they let him slip away? The Toronto Maple Leafs have made a significant move, placing Max Pacioretty on injured reserve and calling up Jacob Quillan from the Toronto Marlies. This decision, announced on Wednesday, comes after Pacioretty took a puck to the side of his helmet during Saturday's game against the Montreal Canadiens. While he managed to finish that game, the discomfort set in quickly afterward, leading to him being labeled day-to-day by head coach Craig Berube just a few days ago. Now, with him officially on the IR, Pacioretty will miss the upcoming game against the Ottawa Senators, potentially returning for the matchup against the Minnesota Wild. So, here's the situation. This is the second time this season that Pacioretty has been put on IR, having previously missed about a month due to a lower body injury sustained against the same Canadiens back in November. It raises concerns, doesn't it? Prior to his latest setback, Pacioretty had amassed 12 points, 5 goals and 7 assists in 32 games. He came to the Leafs on a professional tryout before signing a one-year deal. Now, with injuries piling up, one can't help but wonder how this will affect the team's performance and their aspirations for the season. And let's talk about Jacob Quillen. This 22-year-old is getting a well-deserved opportunity. He's had a solid debut season in the AHL, ranking 6th on the Marlies in scoring with 15 points, including 6 goals and 9 assists over 35 games. What's particularly impressive about Quillen is not just his scoring ability, but his defensive play. He's been a reliable presence on the ice, which is exactly what you want from a young player making the leap to the NHL. Quillen recently had a productive weekend, contributing a goal while shorthanded and another on the power play, alongside 2 assists in a couple of shutout victories against the Manitoba Moose. These performances are crucial, especially as he's starting to find his rhythm in professional hockey. The Leafs had high hopes for him during training camp, and it's clear they've kept a close eye on his development. But here's the emotional crux. As fans, we have to grapple with the uncertainty of injuries. Pacioretty's situation is concerning, not just for him, but for the team's overall trajectory. We all want to see this squad contend for the cup, and injuries can derail those hopes in an instant. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. While I'm excited about Quillen's potential, losing a veteran like Pacioretty, who brings experience and skill, is a tough pill to swallow. As we look ahead, the Leafs need to navigate this stretch without Pacioretty while hoping he can return healthy. Will Quillen step up and make an impact? If he can carry his AHL success into the NHL, it would not only bolster the squad, but also give fans a glimpse of the future. It's a fine line to walk, balancing the need for immediate results with the long-term vision of developing young talent. And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Will Quillen be the spark the Leafs need, or will they feel the absence of Pacioretty more than anticipated? This is where we invite you, the passionate Leafs Nation, to weigh in. So, let's keep this conversation going. Don't forget to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. And if you enjoyed this content, please like and share this video. Subscribe to stay connected as we continue to follow the Toronto Maple Leafs on their journey this season. Your insights and takes are what make this community thrive. Let's go, Leafs!